beautiful. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. So my last update for VSG was my 1 week check-in or update, but kind of fell off, and I'll explain why. So, didn't do my 2 week update, but this is week 4 for me, and just wanted to kind of go over what happened in my 2 week checkup with the doctor. So, I was down to 235 pounds. Sorry, I'm off the top of my head. So 235 pounds. I have the notes here. I don't know why I didn't look down. But so basically 17 pounds down since surgery day. Yay. And so my weight at on surgery day was 252 pounds. So down to 235. And just to kind of go over what transpired. So of course I watched a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of TikTok about VSG, so I had questions for the doctor, and just because of things that I saw, that I heard, and I just wanted to confirm them or see, what my doctor's opinion on it was. So I didn't meet with my actual surgeon. I met with the surgery assistant, and then also with the nutritionalist. So the questions that I had, this was just for me. This wasn't from watching videos or anything, but I wanted to know if my hiatal hernia was fixed, because I had like a scar that's like basically right on my bra line. So I'm like, was that from the hernia? Like other videos that I've seen and people showed their scars, I don't recall anyone having one that high. So that was a question that I wanted to know. Like, was that from fixing the hiatal hernia, or was that from something else? So anyway, the doctor said no, they didn't fix my hiatal hernia, because once they actually went in and saw, it wasn't that bad. So they didn't feel a need to fix it. But the scar, the high scar, was from, it's like a tool that they use to kind of move your liver out of the way. They said even though, you go on the liquid diet to shrink it, they still kind of have to push it out the way so that they can get to your stomach. So that's why that higher scar is there. I also asked about stomach staples. So I watched a TikTok, and this young lady was talking about, did you know that these staples in your stomach are there forever? They are titanium staples. And she was talking about how she went through the metal detector at the airport, and it went off, and she didn't understand what was going on, and found out that was why, because it was her stomach staples. Well, of course, people ate her up in her comments and was like, no girl, you lying, that is not true, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I wanted to ask my doctor myself, like, is this a thing? Like, are you gonna have these staples in your stomach forever? Well, the answer is yes. You are gonna have titanium staples in your stomach for the rest of your life. They don't dissolve. It's not that type of staple. It's actually on the lining of your stomach, where basically they cut off the other part of your stomach. She said, although you're gonna have this for life, it's not that much metal where it would set off a metal detector. Now, I'm not knocking the young lady from the TikTok video. Maybe she has something else done, or maybe there was a reason why there was more for her. So I'm not calling her a liar. I mean, to each his own. Everybody's body is different. But my doctor said that that wouldn't happen. She also said as far as going through like an MRI or something like that, it's not enough to like mess up the machine. So that was something interesting that I did not even know or think to ask until seeing that video. But what else did I have? Okay, I asked, is there a schedule for eating? Because for me, the liquid diet was kind of hard. I didn't know like how often I was supposed to drink, or I don't know. It was just all over the place for me. And I'll touch a little bit more on that in a minute. But basically, the assistant surgeon, she said, I want you to eat 3 meals per day for sure. So breakfast, lunch, and dinners, schedule accordingly to your schedule or your body. But 3 meals per day, and then you can of course have a snack between lunch and breakfast and lunch, or lunch and dinner, either or. But of course, like not a lot of snacking, so like one between each meal. Yeah, so that's fine. And of course something that goes along with your diet that you're on, which for me, I'm still in the puree phase. So that, and oh, excuse me, also the nutritionalist, she had a whole folder that kind of went over different meal examples, or like a sample meal for each stage that you're in, of different things that you could possibly, basically just a little sample for you to look at as far as what your eating schedule would kind of be like. And also vitamin schedule, a sample of that and what that would be like as well. Okay, another question I had was tomatoes. So according to the information that my surgeon provided, tomatoes are like a no-no for, I think, 3 months, the first 3 months. And when looking at TikTok for like, because I wanted to see like examples or, things that I could eat on the pureed phase, there were so many people doing this ricotta bake. And that's where you have like ricotta cheese, I guess ground turkey. Some people use like pureed chicken. So basically some type of meat or protein. And then marinara sauce and a little bit of mozzarella cheese. So I kept seeing this in people's puree diet, and then some, like the soft stage diet. And I'm like, but I didn't think I was supposed to have tomatoes and tomato sauce, anything tomato based. So of course I asked the doctor about this. So she said because of, you're being cautious of that your staples, and that basically the side of the stomach that was cut, they don't want you to eat a lot of acidic fruits or vegetables, and tomatoes is very acidic. So that's why my surgeon is being cautious as far as saying no. But each doctor, each surgeon is different. So go according to what your surgeon is telling you. Again, not trying to knock anyone. This is what my surgeon told me is a hard no for 3 months, but others are different. And you'll see this a lot when you're watching YouTube or watching TikToks. You can't go 100% based on what other people are doing or what, they're saying. You have to kind of look at it, but also go based off of what your doctor wants you to follow. Because I've seen people in different stages at different points. Like, for example, mine, after or post surgery, I had 2 weeks of liquid diet and then 2 weeks of pureed. I'm in the second week of pureed, and then I move on to soft food stage for 2 weeks, and then my long-term or, basically forever diet. But there are some things that still my doctor doesn't want me to have for the first 3 months. Whereas I've seen others where it differs, where maybe they only have the liquid diet for a week after surgery, and then soft foods, and then not soft foods, pureed, and then they're right on to soft foods by like week 3 or something. So it's different. Okay. Okay, I asked also about the vitamins because I hadn't at the time. My doctor didn't want me to start on vitamins until after I had been seen for my 2-week checkup. But I know in basically my post-surgery, my post-surgery appointment where we scheduled the surgery, that's when they gave me like this big bag of sample vitamins for me to try different ones and see, kind of what worked and what I liked. And with that, each one of the multivitamins were disgusting, okay? They're huge, they're gross. And I think what mainly makes them gross is the fact that they contain iron, which I picked one. The one that I picked was the Celebrate, because you only have to take 1 multivitamin a day and then 2 of the calcium chews. And the multivitamin is like this big. I'm not lying. It's huge. But but it was the least, or I should say that one, I didn't taste the iron in it as much as I did some of the others. So that's why, A, you only have to take it once a day, and B, it wasn't as bad. It still tastes like ass, but it's not as bad as some of the others were. But my question was to my doctor, how long do I have to do the chewable? When can I start actually swallowing multivitamins? And my doctor said 3 months. So this is gonna be a rough 3 months because that thing is huge and it's disgusting. But the thing that has worked best for me is to take it early in the morning and brush my teeth after to kind of get that taste out of my mouth, because it's gross. I brush my teeth, I drink a lot of water. Well, not a lot, but drink water to kind of get that taste out of my mouth, and then I'm okay the rest of the day. So yeah, I just do it in the morning like a Band-Aid, rip it right off. Okay, so that's all the questions. Yeah, is that it? Oh, the other question was, can vitamins be covered by insurance? No. So I do believe some insurances will cover, like maybe the B12, if you get like a B12 shot, is what the doctor said. But for the most part, no, it's not covered. But I don't know, maybe it's cheaper down the line. I know right now it's pretty expensive, but I only purchased 1 month worth of the multivitamins, so I have to go back and purchase another 2 months. The calcium chews, I purchased, it was like 90 of them that came in a pack. So that's like a month and a half. If I added that up right. Yeah, that's like, I think, a month and a half worth bag. So I would only have to get another 90 supply of that for the remainder. And then after that, on to like the ones I can swallow. So hopefully it's cheaper once you get to that point. But I know these are a little pricey. But when I tell you, once I moved on to like actual pureed stage and actually eating something with some consistency, or I think I said that right. Anyway, that and then the vitamins, I felt 100% I wouldn't say 100%, not right away, but I felt so much better. Like, this is why I did not film for week 2 and 3, because I was kind of getting back to feeling myself, okay? Because especially week 2 of the post liquid diet, I was so out of it. Like, I was drained. It was like the pre-op all over again. That's how I felt. Like, ugh. So definitely you're gonna want these vitamins, okay? Definitely. Not only because, you know, of course it's getting your vitamins and minerals in, but also it helps with your skin, your hair, and also just feeling better overall. So I'm trying to think of it. Oh, okay. So another thing that happened at my 2-week post-op visit was I learned that I was dehydrated. So that is probably another reason why I was feeling is because I was dehydrated. But I don't know. I guess because I wasn't like feeling dizzy or like passing out or anything like that. I guess it didn't register in my head that like I'm dehydrated until my doctor started asking me questions, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. Yeah. And she was like, okay, like how much liquid have you been getting in? And I've been getting in like half of what I'm supposed to. So I'm supposed to be getting in at least 64 ounces of liquid, and I don't think I was getting that much in. I mean, maybe 32, maybe a little bit more than that, but probably not, because I was just so done with everything. Like, protein shakes didn't taste the same anymore after surgery. I couldn't take it. I was so over chicken broth. It's so many things that like I just didn't want to have anymore. So it got to the point where like all I was having was like water and sugar-free popsicles. That was like in week 2 of the liquid diet post-op. That's all I was having, and it was bad. But I did try to get in, or push myself to get in like beef broth or something like that, just to try to get something else in, but it was rough. So yeah, I was dehydrated. So basically after my appointment, I went home only because I had other things to take care of that day. And then I came back out to the hospital and had to get an infusion of like an IV of liquids for 2 hours. So after that though, I did feel a lot better. But yeah, so kind of watch that. Try to get your liquids in. You may have to push yourself because it's hard. I mean, you don't really want anything after surgery, or at least I didn't. So you kind of have to push yourself, and I wasn't really doing it. So henceforth, I was dehydrated. But that was it. I mean, overall, like, my scars look good. She felt on my stomach. She said it, you know, everything seemed to be healing fine. So we'll see. I don't think I go back again until 3 months. Yeah, I think it's 3 months, 6 months, and then a year. So there you have it. And another thing as far as weight, I didn't do a weigh-in today because I haven't lost any weight since my 2-week checkup. So I actually gained a few pounds, and then I gained 3 pounds, I guess, since I was actually getting fluids in and protein and all that, you know, basically getting something in my body. So I gained 3 pounds, but I wasn't worried about it. And then, or I shouldn't say too worried about it. It did kind of discourage me a little, but I had to realize, like, girl, you actually getting something in your body where you weren't really before. And then also the I guess like that has fell off. The 3 pounds has fell off. So basically, I'm still at 235. Nothing has changed. So we'll see. I will give you an update again in a week or two, just to see how things are going. But I think like after this, I won't really give you an update as far as my weight or weigh in, except for once a month instead of doing it like every week, because that's a lot. It's putting a lot of pressure on myself, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. So anyway, that is all. If you have any questions for me, please leave it in the comments. I am definitely doing this to track things for myself in my weight loss journey, and also for anyone that is considering getting weight loss surgery and has had it recently, because I know for me, watching YouTube, watching TikToks, it has helped me so much throughout this process. It's like things that I wouldn't think of asking my doctor that I asked just from watching this. So hopefully I'm a help to others, as others have helped me throughout this process. So like I said, just put any comments down below, any questions. If you don't agree with something I said, I mean, hey, like I said, everybody's body is different. So you may not agree. It may not happen to you at all. You may not have the same feelings that I do. I'm just telling you what I went through. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.